tutorials, you're going to be learning all of this stuff is actually a program on our computer called a text editor. And with this text editor, we can type in some code and we can turn it into something that looks pretty cool to a browser. And a browser is pretty much a program like Firefox or Internet Explorer or Google Chrome. It's the program that shows websites. So anyways, like I said, the first thing we need is a text editor. Now, you actually don't need to download anything. If you have Windows, you have a program on your machine called Notepad. So go ahead and open this and look at this. You can actually create websites and type XHTML code in here, but I mean, look at this. Can they make a program that's any more boring? Seriously, black and white, and it has like two options. What the heck? So anyways, I'm going to recommend not to use Notepad, and I'm going to recommend an even better program. The best program that you can use in order to type XHTML and CSS is called Notepad++. Now, if you're going to do any serious coding or web design, I highly recommend getting this program, and best of all, it's free. So go ahead and go to Google and I'll show you how to get it. Go ahead and type in Notepad++, hit enter, and click on the first link that pops up. This is Notepad's website. Now look for a link that says download, and well, your website may change depending on when you're watching the tutorial, but click download the current version. And now you see a bunch of different options right here: zip package, binary. The one you want is the installer. It's pretty much a nice easy wizard to guide you through the installation. So go ahead and click that, and now you're going to have a file that downloads on your computer. Go ahead and save this, and it's going to download, and it just downloads. So if you're using Google Chrome, go ahead and double click that and say, do you want to allow? Yes, you want to allow it. So now let's go ahead and select English, unless you're, foreign or something. If so, then how the heck are you understanding me right now? But anyways, go ahead and click OK, and I'm not going to read that because I'm way too lazy. Press next. I agree, probably just sound my life away, but big deal, I'll get over it. Click next to this. All the defaults look good, and press install. Now it's going to go ahead and install in your system right now, and then make sure you have Run Notepad. Actually, don't click that, and make sure you hit finish. So now you have Notepad++ installed on your computer, and here's what I'm going to recommend. Go ahead and make an icon for it right on your desktop, because you're going to be using it quite a bit. In order to make an icon on your desktop, and this isn't only with Notepad but any program, go ahead and click your little Windows button right there and click all programs. Now you should have a folder called Notepad++. If you expand this, you're going to have an application in here called Notepad++. This is the program that we just downloaded. So if you want to turn this into an icon on your desktop, go ahead and right click it and press send to desktop. This is going to go ahead and create an icon or a shortcut right on your desktop. So now it's a lot easier than having to go through this thing. So now go ahead and double click this and open it, and bam. Look at that. How beautiful is this? A brand new program in order to type XHTML and CSS, and best of all, it's free. How sweet is that? So anyways, that's all I'm going to teach you guys for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we're actually going to be typing some code and making our very first website. But for now, I just want to tell you guys, download this program, get everything set up, and if you have any questions or anything goes wrong, just leave a comment below and someone's bound to help you. Or if you have any questions, you can check out my website, thenewboston.com, and send me a message or go to my forum. I can help you there. But for now, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. What's going on, guys? It is Bucky, and welcome to your second XHTML and CSS tutorial. Now, before we get started, what I want you guys to do is open a new file, and you can do this in one of two ways. You can either press File and then click New, or you can just click this little new icon right there, and it's going to open up a new blank file. So once you do that, your program or file should look blank, just like mine basically. So go ahead and before you start typing away, just slamming your fingers against the keyboard, listen up, because I'm going to tell you something that's very important. All websites are made from something called tags. Now, tags are pretty much the pieces of a website. So for example, if you wanted to put a picture on your website, you would need a picture tag. If you wanted to put a link on your website, you would need a special link tag. If you wanted to create a button on your website, then you would need a tag for your button. So on and so on. So pretty much all a website is a bunch of little tags combined into something to make, a complex website. So in order to make a tag, here's the basic layout of it. You press less than, and then you write the name of your tag, like the paragraph tag is P, and then you write the greater than sign. So pretty much it's a less than sign and greater than sign and something in the middle. In this case, P for paragraph, IMG is for image, for pictures, and anyways, you get the idea. So let's go ahead and create our first tag now. Now, check it out. I'm not going to be going in depth about this first tag, but you need it for every web page. It's a special tag that you only use once per web page, and it's called the doc type tag. Now go ahead, less than and greater than sign, and inside press explanation mark or exclamation, whatever the heck you call it. It's above the one. So anyways, after that press DOCTYPE, press space, and press HTML. Now, again, like I said, I'm not going to be going in depth about what this tag means. It's basically telling your browser what type of document it's trying to look at. But anyways, it's just a formality, a technical thing. We'll be going back to it later, but for now, just put it in your file and don't worry about it. Now go ahead and give yourself some space, hit enter, and let's go ahead and start typing some real tags that we can understand. Now, the basics of any website is pretty much the HTML tag. Your entire website is going to go in between your HTML tags. So go ahead and press less than and make a tag that says HTML and press a greater than sign. Now go ahead and press enter a couple spaces and make another tag that says less than, and now you want to put a forward slash and put HTML. Now as you can see, I have two HTML tags slightly different, and now you're saying, alright, what the heck is going on? Well, first of all, the HTML tag pretty much tells your browser, alright browser, I'm about to make a website. Anything I put in between here is going to be in my website. So this tag means I'm going to start here, and this tag with a little forward slash means I'm going to finish here. So that is the basic structure for a beginning and an ending tag. It's pretty much less than, the name, greater than, and for your ending it's a less than slash the same name, greater than. So that is a basic HTML tag. Now anything that goes in here, like I said, is going to be part of your website. So let's dive in a little deeper. Every website you see, every single web page you've ever been to is made up of two parts. The first part is called the body, or excuse me, the first part is called the head. The second part is called the body. So what is a head and what is a body? The head is where all the browser information goes, the technical stuff that you don't see when you go to a web page. And this includes keywords for search engines, the title of the web page, maybe some browser info. All this crap, it goes into the head. Now the stuff that you see, the pictures, the images, the paragraphs, the text, this goes in the body. So whenever you say, alright, I'm going to make a head in the body, to put all the technical stuff in the head and all the cool stuff in the body. And by the way, for these tutorials, we're going to be working with mostly the body because, we're not worried about search engines and stuff. We're worried about how sweet our website looks. So anyways, let's go ahead and create a head tag right now. So let's go ahead and press less than, greater than, and inside press head. Now under it, let's go ahead and make the ending head. And now anything you type in between here is going to be in the head of your web page. So if you remember about 30 seconds ago, I said that one of the things that you can put in the head of your web page is the title. So let's go ahead and inside the head, between the opening and the closing, let's go ahead and make two title tags. Title to open and title to close, and make sure you put that forward slash to signify the closing. Now anything you write in between here is going to show up in the title, so just go ahead and type this is the title. Now first thing I want to point out is this. I know I have my I know I have all my tags on separate lines, but you can also, let me get rid of that. You can also have two tags on one line. I just put all my tags on separate lines generally to make everything easier to read, but if you wanted to put it on the same line, you can. Another thing is that you might notice that everything is kind of going inside one another like a sandwich. Title goes inside head, and all this is inside HTML. This is because you need to embed tags within another. You can't have you know, HTML head, title, HTML, title, HTML. It can't crisscross. Everything needs to be within one another. Because that way your browser knows, alright, your title goes inside your head and that entire thing goes inside the web page. So if we put this outside the web page, you'll be like, alright, what the heck's going on? And you're probably going to get an error message. So anyways, that is how you make the head and the title to a website. So I was going to teach you guys about the body in this tutorial, but I think I'm going to wait for a next tutorial for that. So first, let's go ahead and preview this title and see what we got. In order to save a website, you need to do this. Go ahead and press File and Save As. And when your Save As box pop up, I'm just going to go ahead and save mine to desktop. You can save yours anywhere. Go ahead and name your file index. Now, index is pretty much the main name for, it's pretty much the home page. So let's go ahead and save that as index, and make sure you don't save as text. What you want to save as is a special file type called HTML. So scroll down until you see something called hypertext markup language. That's HTML. That's pretty much the type of file. It's pretty much the website file. So whenever well, let's go ahead and save this first. And look, here's my HTML right here. So whenever your computer opens an HTML file, it automatically knows that it's supposed to be a website and that your browser is supposed to open this. So let's double click this and my browser opens. So you can see Microsoft Word didn't open, Photoshop didn't open. Your computer knew that this was a website, so that's why it took a browser to open it. Now as you can see, we have nothing right now because if I open Notepad again, you see we don't have a body, so that's why we don't have anything. All we have is a title. And check this out. On our website, we have a title that says, "This is the title." So we did that by making two title tags and typing "This is the title" right there. So if we change this, it says, "This is the title, sucker," right there, and save this again. Now when we refresh our page, you can see our title changed it. "This is the title, sucker." So that is how you create a basic web page with a basic title. In the next tutorial, what I'm going to be doing is creating the body and actually making some stuff that you can see on the actual web page right here. But for now, that's all you guys get. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. What is going on, guys? It is Bucky, and welcome back to your third XHTML tutorial. So in the last tutorial, what we did is we made a very basic website, this website right here, and it doesn't even have anything in the body. All it has is a dumb old title that says "This is a title, sucker." First of all, I don't appreciate that attitude, website, and second of all, we need to spruce this website up a little bit, and we need to actually add something. I mean, how dumb is this website? It's just a white screen. Pretty dumb, huh? So anyways, like I said a couple tutorials ago, if you remember, a website consists of two parts. All websites. The head, which is pretty much all the information that you don't see but the browser needs, such as the title, keywords for search engines, all that good stuff, and the body. Now we didn't even add a body yet, but the body is the part where all the images, all the links, all the paragraphs, all that stuff. So let's go ahead and build a body right now so we can actually have something to look at other than just a blank white nothing. So anyways, in order to create the body of your website, here's what you need to do. Outside of your head, but still inside that HTML, give yourself some space to work first of all, and go ahead and type the body tags. Now in order to create body tags, less than and greater than, and the keyword for this is body. And to end your body, less than greater than, / body. So Oh, my forward slash didn't pick up. There we go. Body, just like that. Now, anything we type in here is going to appear in the body of our website. So let's go ahead and type I am in the body. And let's go ahead and save this. And when you save it and refresh it, it should pop up. So now we have some text in the body that says I am in the body. So that is how we put text in the body. But if all we knew how to do was put dumb old text in the body, then we're not very far on our way to opening a web design business. So we need to learn something else. And what I'm going to teach you is one of the most basic concepts whenever you write articles or you make titles for your website, and that is how to create a header. Now, if you're saying, all right, what the heck is a header? A header is totally different from the head. So don't even, I shouldn't have even pointed that out because it's probably just going to confuse you now. But a header is pretty much the title. Think of like the header on a newspaper that says like, the world is going to end in 2012. It's pretty much the title that you would put above a paragraph. So let's go ahead and we'll keep that I'm in the body, but above it, but still in your body, we're going to add something, like I said, called a header. Now, let me reiterate this one more time. A header is basically a bold, big title. Now, by default, they come in 6 different sizes. Header 1, header 2, header 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, header 1 is the biggest title. Header 2 is a little bit smaller, and they keep getting smaller all the way down to 6. But anyways, let me quit talking and go ahead and show you guys an example before before I confuse you too much. So, in order to make a header, go ahead and in your tags type H1. That's the key tag or keyword for the header. Now let's go ahead and make our ending tag, and we'll name this H1. Now anything we type in between here is going to be in the header. So since a header is going to be like a title, let's go ahead and make like the world ends in 2012. That's a good title. That might be in the newspapers in the upcoming months. So let's go ahead and save this and refresh, and I'll show you guys what a header is. You can see that it's different than the default text on our webpage because not only is it bigger, but it's also bolded as well. So whenever you're making titles on your web pages or you just want some text to stand out and pop, surround it with header tags and it's going to pop. Now let me go ahead and copy this, and under it I'm going to Control V, that's how you paste, and under it let's go ahead and change this line to header 2. So what we have in our body right here is we have a big header, a header under it that's slightly smaller, and we have just regular text. So let me show you guys the difference between header 1 and header 2. Let's go ahead and save this and refresh our web page, and it says bam, the world ends in 2012. This is header 1, this is header 2, and this is the regular plain old text that isn't surrounded by any tags at all. So now you can see the difference a header makes and the different sizes you get from having 1, 2, and they keep getting smaller all the way down to 6. So anyways, that is how you create a basic header and also add basic text in your body. So pretty simple, I know, but hey, we need this a good foundation before we can start adding images and making cool games and stuff like that. I mean, start with the basics, and eventually by the end of these tutorials you'll be a pro at designing websites. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next tutorial. What is going on, guys? Welcome to your 4th XHTML and CSS tutorial, and in this tutorial what I'm going to be doing is teaching you guys about paragraphs and line breaks. So if you haven't noticed already, what I did is I deleted everything out of our body, so we just have a blank empty body with no tags in, because that was the stuff we learned about in the last tutorial. In this tutorial we're on to bigger and better things. So anyways, you should have a website that when you refresh it, it's just blank again. So, like I was saying, let's go ahead and learn about paragraphs. Now, first of all, if you don't know what a paragraph is, then I don't even know how you figured out how to watch this tutorial because you're just clueless. But a paragraph is basically chunks of text, and it makes articles and magazines and text on a website easier to read. So you would think that whenever you created a website that making paragraphs would be essential to that. So I know what you're thinking. Bucky. If I want to create a paragraph on my website, it's simple. Just go ahead into my body and type in any text. Bucky is the best ever, paragraph 1. Go ahead and end it. Make a new paragraph a couple lines down and said, because he loves bacon, eats it too. And a bunch of typos, perfect. So 1 paragraph, 2 paragraph, let's save this and take a look at our awesome website with paragraphs. Refresh it. Whoa, WTF, Bucky? Why the heck is this all on one line? That's not what I typed in here. Well, check it out. XHTML is something called, what is it called? What's the technical name for it? I think it's like white space insensitive or something. And what this means is, even though you see all these spaces and, new paragraphs, your browser looks at all of this in one long line of code. So it doesn't know that you have spaces or you want new paragraphs here. You need to tell it explicitly. So whenever we create a website and we want paragraphs, we have to surround the sections of text that we want in paragraphs with special tags. Now, we do this, well, let's just go ahead and do this. The special tag for paragraph is P. So let's go ahead and make this paragraph by starting it here and ending it here. And we'll make this a paragraph too, and we'll put a P right here and a P right there. So now we actually have these 2 paragraphs instead of just random text. So before, your browser looked at this as one big sentence. Oh my god, this girl keeps texting me. Let me see what she's saying. I'll read it to you guys because she's probably like, quit reading my text in all your tutorials. Well, too bad. Quit texting me when I'm trying to teach. OMG, my final was terrible. I hate my life. Yeah, I'm definitely not texting her back. So anyways, let's go ahead and I lost track. So anyways, your browser used to see one long line of text. So now what we're telling it to do is, alright, make this text into a paragraph and makes this text into a paragraph. So let's go ahead and save this and see what we got. Instead of this long line of text right here, let's refresh it and bam, look at that. 2 brand new, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful paragraphs. Oh, I'm getting a little excited there, but alright. So now that's good and all, but what are we saying? Alright, Bucky, I kinda am going for this look, but what I want is, I want this to be on the next line. So we already know that with paragraphs, we have a space in between, just like, a regular paragraph would. But let's go ahead and make it on the next line instead of, having a space in between. So go ahead, delete all your P paragraph tags. And we already know this. We already know you can't do that because when we save it, it's going to turn it into one long line again. So what is, the trick that we can do to, make it just on the next line, kind of like it's like here? Well, we can't surround it in paragraph tags because that'll add a space in between. Anytime we want to simulate, just hitting enter on the keyboard and moving the text to the next line, we need to add something called a line break. Now, you know how all the tags we created so far, with the exception of this one, has an opening and a closing. And that is so your website knows where to start and where to end, where your body knows where to start and where to end, where your head knows where to start and end, where your title knows where to start and where to end, and everything in between it is the title. Well, whenever you make a line break, you don't really need a beginning and an end of a line break. That's like doing something like dumb, like when I press enter on my keyboard, it doesn't need to know when you started or when you ended. It just needs to know when I press enter, go to the next line. Plain and simple. So the tag for a line break is going to be a little bit different than an opening and closing tag. Let me go ahead and show you guys what the tag is. So let's go ahead and move this all on one line first of all. And in between it, we're going to put a special tag, and that's BR, and after it, go ahead and make your forward slash. So as you see, in normal closing tags, we put the forward slash before the keyword, but in this one, we're putting it after the keyword. Anytime you have a single tag, you put the forward slash after the keyword. And this is the same for line breaks, images, something called a horizontal line or horizontal rule. But anyways, we'll get into that later. So anyways, let's go ahead and save this. And here's what's going to happen. It's going to say, Bucky is the best ever on the first line. Then it's going to hit a break, which is pretty much going to shift everything down to the very next line. And then it's going to say, because he loves Bacana in Iaitsitu. Interesting. So anyways, let's go ahead and refresh this, and bam, look at that. It breaks right here, and on the very next line it continues with the rest of its crap. So that's how you make a basic line break, and why those are useful. So something that may be really useful for is like if you were making an address, put Bucky Roberts 1331 whatever I live. I don't even know my address right now, but anyways, that's that. So let's go ahead and let me create a basic website real quick with the tools that we learned so far. We're going to start out with a header, which is h1, and end it with h1. Now everything in between here is going to be a header and be like best website ever with an exclamation point. Now under this header I might want a paragraph. So let's go ahead. I make all my tags first. Some people do this. Some people write, this is my paragraph. Make sure I got a couple typos in there, and then they make tags. But what I like to do is I like to make both the tags first and then fill in whatever I want in the middle. That way I don't forget about one tag or the other. So let's go ahead, and after this we might make h2 and write, this is the second header, and let's go ahead and make a paragraph under this one and write, this is the second paragraph. Good enough. And now let's go ahead and add a line break, br space / and after this write, and now I'm done with this tutorial. Pretty bad, but anyways, you get the point. So let's go ahead and save this. And so we got, let me make sure I didn't mess up anything before I embarrass myself. Yeah, I'll embarrass myself some other way. So let's go ahead and take a look at this beautiful website. Header 1, best website ever, and here's my first paragraph. And then header 2, it's a little bit smaller, but still noticeable. And here's my second paragraph with a line break in the middle and about 2,000 typos. So there you have it. There is how you create headers, paragraphs, line breaks, and all that good stuff. So in the next tutorial, I think we're ready to move on to something a little more advanced. So don't go ahead and start creating awesome websites so far, because you know, if this is all you know, then you probably can't get a job with Microsoft just yet. So hold on to your horses and wait till the next tutorial. But for now, in the meantime, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. What is going on, guys? It's Bucky, and welcome to your, let's count on your 5th XHTML tutorial. Now, in this tutorial, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going over a couple more tags and also something called comments. So, you know, just want to give you guys an introduction because things are going to get pretty intense and I didn't want to startle you guys. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's cover our first new tag, and that's a horizontal rule. You remember when I said in the last tutorial that there are pretty much two types of tags: opening and closing tags, which are pretty much normal, and you have these special tags right here. So you pretty much have double tags and single tags. Well, a horizontal rule is pretty much a line that goes across your website. So if you're saying, Bucky, why the F would I want a big line across my website? Well, it's actually more of like a separator. That's probably a better term. So whenever you have like a new topic, or you want to make a distinct new section of your website, you add something called a horizontal rule. And why is it called a rule? Well, I think it has something to do with, like, if you ever got a notebook and it's like college rule or wide rule. I don't know. I think it's something weird in French, you know, because those guys are weird over there. By the way, did you ever hear a French person or ever see them try to spell shop? SHOPPE. How many P's do you need in it, dude? Easy, French Canadian people. Anyways, enough of me bashing on French. I love you guys and your fries. So let's go ahead and make a horizontal rule. So here's our website right now. Best website ever. This is my paragraph. But let's say under this is my paragraph, then I want a line right here so people knew that it was a new section. I shouldn't say new twice. Two different spellings. same sound, so people would know that it's a brand new section. Yeah, Bucky, that's a little better. So anyways, let's go ahead and add this. HR, and after it, make your forward slash, because remember with single tags you need a forward slash after the little key name or whatever the text. So let's go ahead and save this and see what that does to our web page. Let's go ahead and refresh this and check it out. We now have a line across the total width of our website. So now it might be a little more clear to someone visiting the site that says, alright, this is one section and this is another section. By the way, if you're ever like looking on eBay or Amazon.com, they'd have like one item, a picture and low description, then they have a horizontal rule, have another item. So, in the future, if you guys want to make an auction website, then, keep in mind, horizontal rule. That's a nice little tip for you. That's what I'm here to, give you guys tips. So, yeah, you're welcome. So, anyways, aside from the horizontal rule, let's go ahead and spruce up this text a little more. Say, this is the second paragraph, and now I'm done with these tutorials. Let's learn how to bold and italicize text. Now, usually with all your styling and all the way you lay out things on your website, you want to use CSS, which we didn't cover yet. But for now, I'm going to show you guys how to style text using, basic bolding and italicizing. So anytime you want to bold either a word or an entire paragraph, you surround it with a tag strong. So strong. Let's go ahead and bold the word second. And let's just go ahead and copy this because I'm lazy. And Control V right there. So now the word second is going to be bolded. So let's scroll over and let's go ahead and italicize. I'm done with this. So italicize is a little bit different. Let's go ahead and make a tag. And it's actually EM. And now whenever you want to end the block of code that you want to italicize, let's just go ahead and write end EM. So now it's going to start right here with I'm, and it's going to italicize everything until it gets to this ending tag EM. So let's go ahead, and by the way, EM stands for emphasis, and that means italicize to your browser. So let's go ahead and save this and look at our new bolded and italicized text. Now you can see that this is the second, which is bolded or strong paragraph, and now I'm done with this. I guess that's how you would read it. And now I'm done with this tutorial. I don't know. However you read italicized stuff. So anyways,